serving all of San Diego. This is your Fox 5 News.
As it got closer, we realized that it was probably having some type of trouble. So we started kind of backing up, and they just landed the plane right here.
Incredible pictures there. An emergency landing on a local beach. Why this Marine helicopter ended up in Solana Beach and where it is tonight. Good evening once again. I'm Andrew Lurk.
I'm Misha DeBono. This is the Fox 5 News at 5. The big story today is out of Solana Beach. A Marine helicopter made an emergency landing north of Dog Beach.
Yeah, Fox 5 has learned that the pilots were dealing with low oil pressure. It happened just before noon, so they decided to land in Solana Beach as a precaution. Later this afternoon, the chopper, as we see right here, took off and flew to the Del Mar Fairgrounds for further inspection. It had landed there just before noon, then about 3:30, some 4 hours later after they inspected the chopper. We're looking live, by the way, right now at Del Mar where it is. They inspected it, then it took off. They wanted to make sure that the high tide that is coming closer and closer as we get closer in the next few hours was not going to hinder their ability to fly away. But they took it to Del Mar at this point. They wanted to inspect it further, see if they have to tow it out of there or if they can fix what they have to fix and fly it out of there.
And what we have learned so far is that whoever was piloting this helicopter, there were reports that they had a sign that said, or some type of light that came on that said it had a low oil pressure indicator, so they made the decision to then put it down on the beach in Solana Beach.
Well, Fox 5's Jason Sloss has been following the story ever since it broke this morning. He is live in Solana Beach to start us off with what we've learned. Jason.
Well, it really was amazing to see that huge military helicopter right down on the sand over there. Witnesses could hardly believe their eyes as it was happening. The crew did an amazing job in a stressful situation, and it was all. Dramatic video shows the Marine helicopter, a CH-53E, also known as a Super Stallion, coming in for an emergency landing on the beach just after 11:30 in the morning. James Melnick spotted the helicopter from his cliffside condo.
The sound was incredibly loud. We saw it like eye height. So we saw it hovering around there, and then it quickly descended after that.
The Marines say the helicopter was on a routine. Two pilots and a crew member were about 14 miles off the coast on their way back to Miramar when the oil pressure light went off. Minutes later, they found an open area and set the helicopter right on the beach.
When that light comes on, let's go ahead and put this thing down just to make sure everything is going to be okay.
Rochelle Hogan was relaxing on the beach when she saw the helicopter and took this video. She watched the crew as they got out.
They all kind of had things that they were doing and checking things out, but they looked like they had it under control.
It is a wonderful thing that there were no injuries to any civilians or any military personnel. It was safe that they landed on the beach. It wasn't heavily populated.
After numerous 911 calls, emergency personnel quickly arrived. Firefighters, lifeguards, the Coast Guard, police, along with more Marines. Crews cleaned up an oil leak, made repairs, and work was done to contain any fluids spilling over into the sand. The tide conditions were also extremely helpful.
It was very fortunate that this occurred as the tide was going out. So it bought us quite a bit of time to mitigate the problem. We didn't have to rush and do it. We can do a real thorough job on it.
About 4 hours after the emergency landing, the helicopter took off again.
And again, those pictures were from about an hour and a half ago. Our Jason Sloss reporting from Solana Beach. And here we're looking again at live pictures of the CH-53E Super Stallion. This is the biggest helicopter in the U.S. military that was on Solana Beach shortly ago. It is now at the Del Mar Fairgrounds as they continue to check it out and decide at this point what to do, if they need to tow it away or if they'll be able to fly.